everyone with Wow Foods reporting on day 4, after day 4 of our no sugar transition here. And I've got some exciting news to announce and also some temperament to that excitement. I have some disappointments to also disclose. But first, the exciting stuff. So, at the end of day 4, it was Sunday, which is our normal big, huge dessert day after dinner. And instead of having molten lava caramel chocolate cakes, which everybody wanted, my kids were okay. They were pretty chill by this point, by me suggesting we have some honey popcorn. And basically all that is I put a 1/4 cup of honey on some freshly popped popcorn with a little bit of salt and a little bit of lime essential oil, and it gives it kind of this margarita kick, and my kids really enjoy it. And so we made it through the 4th day with that snack, and it's been huge, because now the exciting thing is from here on out we can move from eliminating extremely condensed processed sugar to now my kids are going to be able to eat an orange and be very satisfied, and it's going to explode in their mouth and be very tasty, and I'm going to be able to offer them an apple with peanut butter and they'll be very happy, as opposed to, no, I want cookies, or no, I want a sucker. So that's a plus, and that's why we did this. That's why we're here. But back to those disappointments that I mentioned. I still have a very fussy baby. We still are experiencing a lot of negative health issues, and a new disappointment that popped up is my husband is very obviously not going to do the sugar cleanse with us. So in the rest of this video, I'm going to divulge kind of more of my hopes and the next step, and give you some really good tips on what to do when not everyone in your family is on board. So this is Rebecca Harmon, and we are looking for some deeper healing. So, my first disappointment. You may have noticed that we have an extra visitor on our video today. This is David. And even though the last 4 days we've been able to cut out sugar and chocolate, he's still a very fussy baby. He still wakes up multiple times in the night, very, very congested. He's got a clogged tear duct now that's very goobery, and he's not very happy. And it just doesn't seem like he makes it between feedings, not even one feeding at a time, without being very distressed and like his tummy's really hurting him. So sugar wasn't enough. We're going to be looking at cutting out some dairy next, cutting out cruciferous vegetables, and just really hoping to find some peace with this little guy. So everyone out there, be praying for David. Be praying for the inflammation in his system to reduce, so that we can have some sleeping through the nightness here at the Harmon house. All right, my second disappointment is that even though we made it through 4 days with no sugar and the cravings have subsided, we're still dealing with a lot of health issues. Like I said, we've got a clogged tear duct here. We've had multiple eye infections with my other children. We've had a cough. We've had stomach flu just in the last 4 days. So I realize that these could be things that we're detoxing out, and we could be on the up and up now. But I really, hearing how tied that sugar is to your immune system, I really was hoping to see a pretty immediate turnaround to feeling much better pretty fast. But that's not the case. So hopefully sticking in there for a few more days, we'll find the health that we're looking for, and the rashes maybe to start subsiding. But for now, we're still hanging on to those things. And our last little hiccup here is that Daddy's not going to detox with sugar with us. But for those of you at home who may be in similar situations where you have an older child or your husband who doesn't want to come along on this trip, I have some suggestions for you. So my husband and I have come to the agreement that he will leave the house or or to go for a walk, or even just go sit in the car and have whatever snacks that he wants in his own space, and not in this space that we've created that's a sugar-free zone. So that's a suggestion for you, is that maybe just suggest that they still eat their sweets, but just not bring them in the house, especially so that the kids don't see them indulging in sweets when the kids don't understand why they can't have them as well. The other idea I have to go along with that is it's more emotional, spiritual, but I have a tendency, and I have totally done this in the past, been really frustrated and grumpy with his choice and kind of bashed on him a little bit, and that's just not cool. It steals my energy, it steals my enthusiasm to make this change, and so if you're struggling with someone in your home that doesn't want to make this change, you've got to let them do their thing and totally move on to something else in your own mind, or else it's gonna hinder you. So don't let it be the boss. Let go of that emotion, and don't get down on them every time you see them eating another snack. Let them go. Let them have their snack. They're not ready for this journey yet, and that's okay. Everyone has to grow at their own pace. So that's it. The end of our triumph, the end of our 4 days. Now we can start adding back in a lot more fresh fruits and vegetables that the kids will actually enjoy eating. They'll look for green smoothies. They'll be excited to come home and make no-bake chocolate goodies with me that have no sugar in them whatsoever. They're excited to open a cheese stick now. Like, those are really good things that I'm really excited about. In the future, the next upcoming days, look for a birthday that we're going to go through with no snacks. Look for any other changes or recipes that we'll put out there that are positive for us. And thanks for watching.